Hi, this is Gwen Foster. So we're talking about health issues and the underlying cause. And so on this video, I would like to talk about prostate issues, high PSA, urinary issues, especially for men. Really, this video is for men because of the products I'm going to talk about. So getting a high PSA is a kind of a common event, especially for men after 40. And what I'll say that Hannah taught me was that high PSA is usually because the prostate is a sac and it starts accumulating toxins like candida and bacteria. And a lot of times if you think about like beer belly, or you think about candida, you know, someone might have athlete's foot, toenail fungus, skin issues, dandruff, jock itch. These are all other signs of also having a candida problem. And so I don't get too concerned about high PSA because I know that there is an underlying cause. I'm not telling you to ignore it. I'm just saying that usually by working on candida and bacterial issues within the body, basically through detox, it's not that hard to resolve. I have had pretty good success with people taking natural products to lower their PSA, and it takes usually 2 to 3 months. There is a Hannah Kroger protocol that I use in kind of a modified way. Part of it is to address the candida and the bacteria, and then I use a testosterone cream that's a natural testosterone cream, and something called like a form of an Easiac tonic, which is all about cleaning up the body, which is really what the underlying cause is. Again, there's some things that you can look up on the internet that a lot of people are not aware of. The PSA test is an antigen test, so it's a marker. And what you're trying to do is reduce that marker. You know, so a lot of people are not aware of this either, but when people go into bars and get HIV tests, that's also an antigen test. And antigens measure inflammation. They also measure the inflammatory response. And so people get high PSA or a positive HIV at a bar and they kind of freak out. And actually, if they understood what the test is testing, it's just like saying, hello, like focus on me, like work on solving this problem. But most people don't know how to solve the problem. The other part that happens with high PSA, some people find out they have a high PSA and they have like no noticeable symptoms. Some people have high PSA and they started kind of noticing some issues with urinating more frequently at night, maybe 2 or 3 or more times at night. Sometimes there's like a prostate fullness that bothers men when they sit too much or like drive long distance car trips. Sometimes there's erectile dysfunction. Sometimes there's different issues that are all part of basically this infection process. I would say that natural medicine is a great first look at high PSA, and I think I've never had a case where in 3 months there wasn't a very noticeable improvement or result. And I think 2 to 3 months is a good amount of time to know if a natural health protocol will work for you for high PSA. But think of it as a bacterial, fungal, or yeast infection that just needs to be addressed. And if you can address that issue through natural medicine, then you can have a confirmed, you know, like a PSA as far as a lab work is a good marker, a good measurement. So it is one of the easiest ways to confirm results. So if you knew you had a high PSA and let's say it's 4.8 or 6.2 or 7.4 or whatever, then if you do the prostate protocol for 3 months and then have it retested again, obviously you're looking at a number under 3. So that would confirm then that you had the results that you're looking for. The good news is, as you work on the prostate, you're also addressing other things in the body, because candida and how it relates to PSA is also about allergies. And like I said, the gut, beer belly, the toenail fungus, even like the white color to the tongue. If you look in the mirror and stick your tongue out and it's like a whitish or pale color, that's usually a sign of candida. Most people think of that with babies as thrush, but it's still a sign that you can do some cleanup. So it's also a good idea, like I detox every part of my body once a year, like colon, liver, kidneys. And so doing something preventative for the prostate is also a good idea, especially after 40 or 50, because that's when the body has had enough time to accumulate toxins that start showing up on blood work. The other thing is that most men don't even get a prostate test until like 40 or 50. So they could actually have a number that's starting to creep up. And, you know, things that add to candida is sugar, beer, wine, things that are sugary, and the starchy carbohydrates. And candida usually kind of tends to take over the body in men or women after antibiotics and steroids. So if someone's had a history or even just one time of taking a strong antibiotic, they could have a yeast infection. And in men, you can't see a yeast infection like women are aware of, but in men, it becomes a prostate issue over time. This is something that may be totally new information for you. I actually don't even know if there's very much information online about this, but this is coming from Hannah Kroger's teachings. So I hope this helps. If you want more information on the products for the prostate protocol, you can send an email to gwen@gfia.net, and that information will be below this video. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.